What's going on, guys, and welcome to another episode of Seasons. And I'm just moving the mic here, so sorry if you heard that. But yeah, today, guys, I thought I would talk about the origin of Skin Him Towns. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you probably haven't paid much attention in my Manager Mode series, or you haven't been watching it. But the quick background is every single time Andros Townsend, one of my players at Spurs, in my Manager Mode series picks up the ball, I say Skin Him Towns. And I've never explained why. Loads of you guys seem to be taking on the catchphrase. Somebody tweeted me saying that somebody commented on his Ultimate Team card on a popular website called Futhead, I think it's called, and it's got a comment saying Skin Him Towns and like 3 or 4 thumbs up, which is really nice. But yeah, I've never explained why I've been saying it, and I to be honest, this is episode 15. I just want to say now, it's November the 17th, Saturday, November the 17th, and you're probably watching this video the following Monday. So you're probably, I'm probably speaking to you from a week, prior to this. But anyway, yeah, the last episode I did a sort of a long Q&A, and I asked for some questions. And I have had this question before. I don't know if it's going to come up in the video because I haven't even uploaded that one yet. I haven't even uploaded the last episode by the time I'm commenting. But I don't know if that question came up, but or will come up, I should say. But I have had it a couple of times on the Manager Mode series, and I think someone did say it on one of my Seasons episodes once. But yeah, a lot of people have been wondering why I say Skin Him Towns when Townsend picks up the ball. So I thought I'd give you the quick lowdown, basically, as to why I say it. For those that don't know, Andros Townsend is, of course, a very young and very good, talented player that plays for Tottenham Hotspur. And like many young, talented players at Premier League clubs, they tend to go out on loan to lower division clubs. And Townsend, what a sweaty goal this is. Townsend was on loan at my favourite club, Millwall, a couple of seasons ago, and he was incredible. He was exceptional, and you could definitely see the guy had the talent and the skill to play in the Premier League. And basically, I used to go to Millwall quite a lot. I unfortunately don't go as much anymore, but I used to go like 6-7 times a season. But unfortunately, I don't really have the money to go anymore because it's quite expensive, and I don't live in London. But yeah, long story short, I've seen him play a few times for Millwall. And Spurs, obviously, but there was one game, Millwall v Leeds, on the telly tomorrow, actually, or yeah, was on the telly last week, I should say. It was on the telly tomorrow, but yeah, Millwall v Leeds. I went to the game, 3-2. I'll try and find the article on BBC Sport of the sort of the match review if you want to see it. But anyway, Andros Townsend was starting for us, obviously on loan from Spurs. And like I said before, I've seen him play before. He's an exceptional player. But the long story short version is obviously it's a very atmospheric game. Obviously Millwall Leeds, and the crowd are obviously riled up, very noisy, very loud. And the long story short version is basically in the first minute, Townsend started the game. In the first minute, we know he's got pace, we know he's got trickery, and we know he can put defenders on the floor. He picks up the ball in literally the first minute, and like I said, it's a full house, it's packed, it's jam-packed. I'm sitting in a cold blow lane end with quite some very loud, boisterous characters. And in the first minute, he picks up the ball, and everyone, when a fullback, when a winger's running at a fullback, obviously if you've been to a football game, you'll know everyone's sort of like standing up, clapping, going, take him on. Anyway, this guy literally sitting, I say sitting, we were all standing, but sitting in front of me a little bit and to the left. Basically, as soon as he took him on, he just shouted, Skin Him Towns, at the highest of voice, really high pitched. It was hilarious, he was like 25. But yeah, absolutely hilarious because he looked like a proper right thug. But yeah, absolutely hilarious. He just shouted "Skin Him Towns" at the highest of his voice, and I wanted to laugh, but obviously I couldn't. But it was just so funny, and literally I just thought to myself, I'm never going to hear that again. That was ridiculous. Skin Him Towns. I was sort of dissecting the words in my mind, and he picks up the ball like 5 minutes later and runs at the same fullback. And you hear the exact same thing again. Skin him, Towns, get into him, Towns. And I was just cracking up because this guy, he literally was just so... I don't know how to explain it really. He just looked like this kind of thuggish, boisterous character. And he was shouting at like a really high-pitched noise. And every single time he picked up the ball, he shouted, Skin Him Towns. It was hilarious. It didn't annoy me or anything. It's just no one else was shouting Skin Him Towns. Not like a catchphrase. It was just him. Everyone else was like, get into him, boy. Go on, Towns. Take him down. But it was just Skin Him Towns. It was just hilarious. But I'm just cracking up thinking about it, to be honest. But yeah, Townsend had a great game in that game. And From now on, every single time I think of Andros Townsend, I just got that guy's voice and his sort of face in my mind. That's all I can think of. Skinham Towns. It's just hilarious, and that's why I say it, because I just can't get out of my mind now. You know when you associate something with a sort of a sort of voice, like a sort of, I don't know how to explain it really. I guess you just have to sort of understand what I'm saying, and sort of you had to be there kind of thing. But so long as you can understand what I'm trying to say, then you'll understand why it just sticks in my head, because every single time he picked up the ball and took on a fullback, he shouted, "Skin him, Towns!" It was just hilarious. But yeah, Townsend had a great game in that game. I don't think he scored. I think he got an assist or two. Like I said, I'll try and find the news article, the sort of the match review, and I'll put it in the description for you to read if you like. But like I said, Townsend was superb in that game. He was really good for us, Townsend. I would have loved to have seen him stay, really. We've had a couple of Spurs players on loan recently. Townsend obviously one of the best. We had Harry Kane on loan last year. He was superb. Would have loved to have seen him sign with us on a full contract. We've got Adam Smith at the moment, a young right back. He's very good. So you know we've done very well out of Spurs players. So any Spurs fans listening, thanks very much to the players. We get the best out of them. But yeah, that's basically the origin behind Skinham Towns, guys. Like I said before, it's not like a real massive story, but it's just in my mind every single time I think of Andros Townsend now. So that's why I shout Skinham Towns when he picks up the ball. And if you don't know about my Manager Mode series, then you're probably just into online stuff. But do check it out anyway, because it's a good series and everyone seems to enjoy it. And I'm of course with Spurs at the moment after leaving Brighton. But as always, guys, a big thank you for watching this video. I really hope this clears up why I shout Skinham Towns in my Manager Mode series, and I'll see you for the next episode of Seasons probably next week. So yeah, look forward to that, and I'll see you then.